Hello everyone, give me a 5 in chat if you can hear me properly. Let me make an announcement also. Guys, it's Christmas, we are almost there, but we are going live. I know everyone is on vacation, but there are some warriors that are here. Let me get an announcement for everyone. So announcement. A5. Amazing, guys. How it was the last week of trading? How it went? Decent. Sandra say decent. So we go directly on this. How was the analysis that we did? You remember this area? We did a complete analysis on this. Let me remove the Pecan Valley. Let's be total clean profile. First 3 days after bootcamp, all positive days. Amazing, Aaron. Good, only problems with London session because it's not what we trade. It's not where the edge is. Fabio, you have the wrong call, no? It's on 22. What do you mean? Today is 22. Isn't it Monday? Yes, it's Monday. It's correct call. It was okay. Hey, you didn't do the bootcamp, Kimon. In the bootcamp, I explained. For my model, I only do this. You can watch also the previous session that was open. Also for people without the bootcamp. That's the problem. Let me check. The date of the live is wrong. So let's wait a little bit for everyone to connect. '29, the event. Okay. It also work on 22. Okay, it's correct here. Nasdaq requires username, but not with smaller account. Depends. You have the micro. You have the micro contract. I use the mini, but if you have a small account, you can use micro. Which template, Michael? This one. This one, it's around from the beginning. Not the option flow we will cover in 2026. We are working also on implementing it directly in the platform. So you have everything. If you really want, if you want really exact sizing, you can use this tool you see here. Okay, let's say that you have a risk per trade of 1,500. It tells you exactly how many contracts you need. Okay, so for example, let's say that you want to put a risk here. It says 2 contracts. Okay, choose standard mini contracts of Nasdaq. If you want to enter and have a bigger stop loss, you cannot even risk 1, you see? If you raise the risk per trade, and if you go on stop value 5,000 and save, it tells you, you see, if you want to put this stop, 1.762. Okay. Amazing. Now, for the one that were here, let me wait a second because I want to get also the second screen. Just a second of patience. Okay. We have everything. Okay. Now you can see everything. Let me check. Let me make bigger screen. Okay, amazing, like this. This is perfect. Yeah, also crypto will arrive, Omar. Also crypto will arrive. Amazing, guys. So in the previous lesson, we went through the profile framing and we did an analysis. Who was here the previous session? Text one if you were here already in the previous session. Fabio, you are a best training. I've never been profitable. I'm from Australia and I've been profitable ever since I started learning from you. Amazing, amazing. Okay, so in the previous session, we went through the distribution profile. The profile was like this, if you remember. Okay, we were coming from the up down. Okay, so we had this kind of curve, and we just made an important breakout of a level. Okay, so what we had rejection area. This one becomes our wall of orders of rejection, and we had continuation area. So the behavior of the market is mean reverting when it strike this level. Why? Because you can have sniper entry at the top, okay, the rejection area, and then when the market breaks this is the value area low, you see the profit release, okay, and the next day does the same, okay, till where? You remember till where? Till the big POC, the composite POC. You remember, guys, the analysis of the previous week? It was incredible. I took some amazing trade because the analysis that we did was perfect. And this is the rejection area that we had. This is the previous session that we saw. This was the previous Monday, okay? The previous Monday gave us an amazing rejection from the top. Amazing rejection of the profile from the top. And from this level, they started to collapse, okay? So you had 3 directional days. And it's incredible to see that the 3 directional days always reloaded at the value area top of the cash session. Look at this. Okay. Can you see it? So check, rejection, sniper entry, down. Perfect. Second day, check, rejection, down. Third entry, check, rejection, down. This was a crazy day. Okay. If you put out the composite, this level was the previous POC. Okay, this area here was the previous POC. And now we rejected From where? From the value area low. Okay, this is the value area low. Because in the composite profile, we can also remove this and take all this area. I took crazy trades at this area. Spot on, it was crazy, fascinating. Thank you for beginner. Yeah, you like it, guys. It's a really quantitative way because you can measure it. So if we take the full distribution, look, we are taking from October, no? And we input everything in the information table, okay? Can you understand now that you see the whole picture why the price rejected here? Because this is the value area low, okay? And if you want to have even more information, you can check by getting the last swing point that created the higher high, so this swing point of the profile. You can check that this top area is dominated by sellers, and you can see from the delta. Crazy domination of sellers. When buyers start to get interested in the absorption, is this cluster here, 1, 2, and 3. That is exactly where the price started accumulating. Okay, so now we go on the analysis of the actual week. Hey Fabio, I didn't fucking sleep for 3 days watching all this. Amazing. But sleep is important. You will burn your neurons. I love profiling. Can't wait. Amazing. Okay, so we remove this. Okay, and we go on the actual analysis of the profile. Okay, so we remove everything here and we can go on the actual analysis. We start from the composite this time because the composite is really clear. So the attraction point of the market is this one. This is changing completely my trading, change my trading to the next level. Okay, amazing. You need to watch the lesson of before, Yomin. If you are a beginner, you need to watch the lesson of before. Okay, you cannot start with this one. I don't use London session, guys. I only use cash. The volume in the London session is super slow. In this one, we see that this is the POC of the composite. So this is the protection point. This is the level, the virgin POC, no? Is the level where the price is going to reach with the highest probability because we just rejected the value area low. So let me go on the profiling. On this, Jim Dalton, sorry, it's amazing. We had thousands of books on how to use profile, and I will explain you why. So we have, let's say, for example, that we have this composite distribution. Okay, we have this composite distribution, amazing. And we go from here to here. The most sensitive level of the distribution is this one, because you have an information from price. You have an information of acceptance or rejection. So in this case, you have the rejection information that we saw from the composite profile, and the price start to reject this level. Okay, now we are almost here, and we have different important levels. We have the value area high, and we have the POC of this previous distribution. This is a really important level. Okay, this is a really important level because the price here have a big decision to make. Either this interaction project the price lower, okay, and we continue in a downtrend, okay. Either the price accepts this, and if you see a close of one full day here, we are going probably to project here, okay. So this is the frame for the actual session and in the composite area. Now we need to go on the smaller one. So if we go on the smaller one, go here, we go here, okay. Now that we are deep in this information, we see the rejection here from the low, and we see the protection point at the POC, because this is the level where sellers will engage, okay, to protect. And now we remove the composite and we start to analyze merging profile, okay. So these one are on the same level, so we can merge. We clean it, okay. This is a cleaning process of the chart. We make it as simple as possible. Then we have one, we have auction down, okay? Then we have this auction up. So we have this profile that is the one that changed the balance, and then we have rejection, 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 always on the same level. So we can merge one, we can merge two. Okay, perfect. So we have up balance, you can merge also this one. Look how much price and volume becomes more understandable, okay? Auctioning higher, auctioning higher, auctioning higher. Flip, auctioning down, auctioning down, auctioning down, auctioning down, auctioning down, auctioning down. Imagine how much sell you could make, like the analysis that we did, no? And now, auctioning up, auctioning up. Can you see what I see now that I make it easy for you? What does it mean? They rejected at a sensitive level, okay? And now we are watching the price building value on the downside. When you build value on the downside, you expect this to happen. Let me take this one that is faster. Okay. Profile. Okay. Acceptance lower. Perfect. What do you expect from the next session? To reject the top and continue. Till when? Till the moment you will go on. Okay? Till the moment you will go like this, switch, this, and continue up. Okay? Amazing. Now, we go here and we start to analyze the last 5 sessions. Remember, 5 sessions. The last 5 sessions have a pattern of round turn. Okay? Down, down, down. Flip the switch. POC is higher. Value is higher. Okay? This is not a mixed information. You can have mixed information, for example, when you have, let me check a mixed information for you. Here is a mixed information. It's a distribution profile. Why? Because the POC is lower, but the value is always on the same level. Okay? Let's go here. Let's go here, for example. Okay? So you have a switch. You see, you have a switch. And now you have a switch down. Okay? So you are auctioning lower. You have a POC that is higher than the previous, but still lower. That's the one that created the downturn. Okay? So now you are in a closed range. Because yes, on the single day you are auctioning higher, but remember that you have this one that flipped the switch. So turn. So what you expect, the price to go slowly up, reject the top, and continue in its direction. Why? Because we already flipped the auction. This one, it's overlapping the previous value area, so it's mixed information in the middle. Okay, POC, this one is really clear. So these two can be merged. Okay, what you see? You see change, in this case, POC down, value down, and then you see retracement, but still continue. Okay, so you need to understand, and this is really important that you understand, that if you have, make this example for everyone to understand, if you have a profile here, okay, you have a distribution day, then you have directional day. Okay, so you explode down really aggressively, and you have a day like this. Okay, you have a day like this. So what does it mean? That this distribution created an amazing auction lower, okay? And this is the directional phase. Then the next day, maybe you have a POC, naked POC here, okay? Then on the next day, you see a profile like this, okay, that tests this area and reject. Now, if you are a monkey without capabilities of thinking that wants to have rules, in this case you will think, but the POC is higher. Okay. But if you understand the context, you understand that you are higher on the single day, but in a multi-day distribution. Am I clear or no? This is important to understand. Clear, amazing. Okay, if you only watch the single day, you will not understand what's happening. Amazing. I see a lot of people understanding this. So when we go here, we go on the actual profile. Okay, what we have on the actual profile? We are not closed in a range, you see? We are auctioning higher. We didn't do this and then that. No, it's really clear. We have a turn. Amazing. We are going to auction higher. Perfect. Now, if we are going to auction higher, okay, at the level of balance, which one are the levels that are the most sensitive? So, from what we see here, this distribution, we have up distribution, down distribution included in the previous one. So this one, you understand what I explained, this one could be either a retracement, so they could tap this level and start again up, and then you have the decision day. Okay? So, auction up, rebalance, because in the single day you go lower, decision day, you flip the switch. Now you cannot be confused that this is a retracement. No, you decide with this day that you auction lower. So now a new direction is starting, and this is the amazing short that we saw. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This 17th of December creates this amazing directional day. Okay, amazing directional day that auction lower at this one power. It's in the bootcamp. It's not here. You auction down here and you have a flip. Okay, you have a flip. Why? Because the POC is higher, the value area is higher. Okay, still here it can be a little bit confusionary because you can think, amazing, maybe this one didn't accept it above the origin point of value area I. Maybe now this one will print a rejection and then we go lower. Okay, exactly, Joe. Establish value below or above stack profile. Okay, so here you can say, we flip the auction, yes, but maybe they don't have enough strength to break this level. But the market gives you, with the 19, the confirmation that the auction is higher. Okay, so I made an analysis like I did here for you to understand how we are in the current shape of profile, no? So we are in this shape. I will draw for you to make it simple. We are going down. We had an amazing day of shape of aggressive short. This was the POC. Then we had a day of retracement that we don't know if it's retracement of auction high. So you have higher POC, higher value area. Okay, you are auctioning higher, but you have a big question. Will we reject this POC or we will accept above this value area high and we will start a new auction? In this case, on Friday, they told us, look, we are starting a new auction. Okay? We are starting a new auction. So what we can expect at the moment? Is it clear till now? I'm making it as easy as, I don't know, one-on-one of trading, because I think that people that really understand trading are capable of making complex tool easy. Okay. Complex tool easy. What we can expect from here? We have 2 or 3 signature setup. Of course, you need to know order flow. You need to have your model. I'm doing on Monday profile framing. Okay, amazing. So what we can expect here? We can expect here to have a flip of the auction. So probably they will test. Okay, because this is an explosion level that they will probably test here. Okay, and I expect that by this week we can reach the origin of the move. The origin of the move is this POC. Okay. Fabio, I want to make it more clear, more understandable of where the stack delta is. So where the sellers are based, because I want to understand which level can be the most difficult level to break. So you see this huge cluster of cells, this huge cluster of delta here, okay? And that is also the POC. Look how much it's amazing, this tool, okay? The POC at a double distribution. So you can take this level and you can understand that this is the level where sellers will start to engage again, okay? So for this week, I will be really calm because it's the week of Christmas, so the volume goes real down, okay? So I will lower my size, I will be really relaxed, only consider setup that have everything aligned, okay? Because you will not see the momentum that we saw previous week. Don't expect that we see this amazing momentum. The week of Christmas is usually more slow, more choppy, so if you have a trend following model, be careful, okay? But still, what we can see here is that we can merge these three profiles, okay? Even if they are on different level, I can merge them if I already made my analysis to understand which one could be the most sensitive level that we can tap into this week, okay? So I can merge this with this, okay? We have a multi-day distribution, and then we merge this one because it's in the previous range, okay? Look at it, okay? So the market already gave you on Friday, I don't know if you can see it, but it already gave you the rejection test, okay? So they already said, look, we don't go down, okay? We don't go down, we will auction higher. And you have this area of sensitivity that is this one and this one, okay? This cluster, okay? And then someone say, but it's not guaranteed that we will have a test. Of course, it's not guaranteed. Okay, that's the reason you have multiple setup. You have the rejection to align, and you have also the trend following setup. How is the trend following setup? It's really easy. It's the one that we took last week. So let's say that we are in this behavior, okay, and we are waiting for a test here, and the profile is already here, okay, and we are here. If the day close like this, it's possible that you have an auction higher. So you will not value this level, okay? But you will value discount to distribution. So if this is the current day or the following, you will value discount to the profile to go higher. Or momentum trades when you break above the top. Okay, this is what I explained. I think I made. Someone, guys, watched my podcast on Word of Wisdom. Someone watched the new podcast on Word of Wisdom. This one, go to watch it because it's really important to understand how much simple profiling understanding can give you in value, okay? So that day that we analyzed was a day like this, okay? So when we were auctioning higher, no, for the profile, I took some longs from the bottom to the top. And then if you see, the last trade, not the last trade, but the second trade was the auction higher, okay? So I took these momentum trades, because when you are above, you have this explosion move, no? You have this explosion move that are amazing, this squeeze. And so I played this movement, and then I played this movement. And then markets start consolidating on the top, so I gave back to the market part of the profit of the New York, still profitable, 15, 17,000 for the day, I don't remember. But I explained live and traded live in front of everyone, this stuff, okay? So what I'm teaching you, remember, that is what I use. And I know it works because I use it every day. So going back to the frame of the profile of the actual session, now we understood that the probability is higher on the continuation of the upside for the composite profile for the next days. And we have a wall, a really strong wall that is the 25,850. And in this case, it's a level that I will not try to extend. So I will not try to go from here to break it and put my target here. So if you consider long from this level or intraday to go up, I will not try to put a target above this one because it's a really strong area. They distributed on this level. And also you need to consider that this level is not only in 5 days important, but it's a level that it's important also for the top distribution, because for the composite distribution you have this value area high that is really close. Okay, so you have a stack of aggressive sellers level that are really dangerous, and you have also the POC of the composite distribution. So be careful. Okay, this is a crazy strong area for shorts. Okay, so we have still a lot of room to go. We have a lot of ticks to take, and this is the frame of the actual session for the week. Now I would like to right side of your screen is not visible. It's not necessary because you need to see the profile. To see the profile, the right side is just the number. This one is 25,850. This level here that I'm marking, the beginning of the area. Now, if we go on this one and we try to do fractal analysis, okay, we can also use this to go deeper into details. Let me make an example for you. Let's see where price is today. Let me reveal chart. We are still closed here. Okay, we are inside this range, 25,712. Let me check if everything is connected. So we have actual prices. We are still here, 25,712. We are going around here. Okay. So when we analyze what happened before, and this is a template that Rodolfo created. Okay, it's a template that Rodolfo created, and you can find under the template. Go here. You can go in here. Create a new one. We load. You go on the share template. Okay. You go on the full version, and you go on the deep theme. Okay. You go on Nasdaq. Okay, and you have this one. Apply, and this is the template. Okay, I made a small guide for you so you don't get lost. This is the template. Now, in this case, we can deactivate the DOM trading here. As you can see, you can use this to time. Let me make an example. Last week, we saw a rejection day that was really strong. Let me go to see it here. Okay, so I want to clarify something to you so you can also understand how much is valuable everything that we built. Okay, everything that we build, we remove important levels, and we only keep. Look at this, the tracker. Okay, the tracker, we can remove the last distribution and everything. Okay, so what are these? What are these levels? Okay, these levels are summary of absorption. Okay, what does it mean? This means that the indicators is telling you that in this range, sellers are in control from this level. Can you see this stack of sell volume? And buyers are in control from this level. Okay, so even if you don't see it, you can understand the shape of the profile. You understand? Okay, even if you don't see it, you understand that this is territory of the buyers, this is territory of the sellers. So before, price action traders, I want to have your feedback. This is what I was doing before. I hope you are not doing the same errors. But what I was doing before is I didn't understand where I am in the curve. So I will take long here but we are in a long trend. Yes, I will take long here because there is a break of structure. I will take short while I go down. Okay, inside the structure, we create a breakout low. I take this short. Okay, and maybe I keep till here because I don't understand that this is territory of the buyers. Okay, so when you have tools like this, you can understand where market participants are in control. And for example, when you make an acceptance higher like this, so you break completely the range, you can go deep and see from which level, for example, we have an absorption of the sellers. We have an absorption of the sellers here. What does it mean? That the sellers try to take back control below VWAP, got rejected, and the market skyrocket higher. Okay. Unfortunately, from price, you cannot see this kind of information. Unfortunately. Okay. Or, for example, let's say that we go on this one. Let me put a 40 range for you. No, 80 range. Let me go on 80 range. Okay. So now we are in the 80 range chart. Okay. And I want to clean everything. I want to clean this. I want to clean this. Clean this. This we keep. This we remove. And this we remove. Okay. And let's say that you have only price as a reference. Okay. You have only price as a reference, and you have this movement. You have this movement. Okay. And you want to understand where to enter, where you can make a re-entry. Okay. So price action trader will say, look, I want to load here. Because you don't have this information on the right, this is the delta profile, okay? This is territory of the sellers, territory of the sellers, territory of the sellers. So even if you take a long and it goes in profit in the small term, this is an area where sellers are willing to distribute price, okay? But for example, if you have this scanning, oh, look at this cluster. Look at this cluster. What does it mean? That in the retracement area, the more I get closer to this cluster, the more sellers dry up. You see the sellers' activity is really low. The more the probability to jump in the train at the correct moment gets higher. Second station, if this level gets broken, it's really clear. Is it clear, guys, how much confluence you can add? Can you give me one in chat? Okay, so now you know the distribution of the market participant. This is so important. And my favorite template, that is simple, is nothing difficult, okay? But I love it in its simplicity. It's the one that I use everywhere. So the Faber-Vale deep trades. That is here. This is my go-to, okay? I use this one every session. And this template is super powerful for me because it's fast. It's an easy, not complex. Not everything should be complex. It's an easy information to see who is in control, okay? For example, let's say that we are in London session, okay? I want to filter only what information is important for me. Do you agree with me that a week that get printed by aggressive buyers and the market stop for 3 multiple times here, it's something important that you want to see? Okay. This is focusing on what's important. Focusing on what's important. If we go back and we put the settings for the New York session, okay, you see, this one disappeared. You only have one. Look at this buy. It was amazing, okay? We go back. The London session is more active, okay? And let's say that we were considering a long in an area like the one before, okay? So we go, I want to make colors a little bit more bright because now I put this template with candles this color and is not so, the contrast is not so big, but now you can see here. You see how the auction is clear. You see how the auction is clear here, okay? Buyers attempt fail, buyers attempt fail, buyers attempt fail, buyers attempt fail, control of the buyers because they are inside the candle, no? Okay. Sellers try to get in, buyers protect everything, okay? Look how you can read the auction, okay? Auction high, new range, buyers rewarded, sell, don't get rewarded, sell, don't get rewarded, sell, don't get rewarded, sell, don't get rewarded. Ah, Faber-Vale can get a squeeze here. Boom. Okay? Sellers not rewarded, sellers not rewarded, sellers start to get rewarded, buyers, artist buyers rewarded, zero. Sellers control, sellers control, sellers control, buyers try again, sellers not rewarded, retracement, seller not rewarded, not rewarded. Buyers, not rewarded. Okay, control of the sellers again is not fixed risk to reward. This was an amazing failed auction from the sellers, no? Okay. And here you have all the tools to take market continuation. On this one, on top of this one, you can use any kind of price action confirmation. Okay, any kind of price action confirmation. Before, when I started to approach order flow, I was using an hybrid system. What does it mean, an hybrid system? An hybrid system that I was using in this one, and I was making a lot of profit. And now I get more precise and more clean, and I feel more safe to execute big numbers because I execute 10, 20 contracts of mini. Okay, it's a lot. It's a big risk that you take. So I needed something to make me feel confident. Okay, that is everything I'm teaching you. But before I was doing this, I was using the profile to understand the regime of the market. Okay. So I was trying this to understand the regime, because when you are inside, you have a choppy regime. So you want to go mean reverting. Okay. So what I was doing, for example, let's say that I reach the top, I see a switch in the price, and I take the test to go back to POC. Okay, I was doing this. Here, the same. When I was a price action trader, I was doing the same. So using volume to create a profile, okay, and to create a regime, and then putting prices to enter better. Okay, then I start to understand that I could use volume also for entry, and my life changed. Okay, and then regime change when you have this. When you have this, bam, bam, bam. Okay. So you switch to the trend following model. So you use what you usually use, guys. The supply and demand are not stupid. What you call, how is it called? Don't come the name. The point of interest. The point of interest. Someone called supply and demand, someone called order block. It's not important the name to make money. Okay, it's important the concept. This stuff works when you are in this regime. Okay, the reason you don't make money and you see some fluctuation in your results is because you try to use the trend following model in consolidation. Okay, this is the error that everyone does. This is the error that everyone does. Because you have to think about this. If the market is in balance, okay, you don't create traction. You have pretty much a balance, okay? And I will make an example for you, okay? This is the example that made me crystal clear when I was studying with one guy that is called Enrico Stucchi. And he was talking about options. He was explaining to me options because I want to get deep also into options. So I took one of the best that I know. And I was studying, and he was explaining to me what's expensive, what's cheap, everything about options, okay? And he made an example that was crazy to me in the concept of balance, okay? And I readapted to order flow. Now, listen to it. Be concentrated for 1 second. Let's say that we are Apple, okay? We are Apple. And we sell our iPhone at an average of 1,499, okay? And let's say it's a Monday in the mall of Dubai, okay? It's a Monday in the mall of Dubai. So the activity, if we make a chart of the activity in the Apple store, is really low. Okay, it's really low. It's a Monday. It's really balanced. There is nothing incredible. Okay, perfect. Let's say that Apple decide that for 24 hours, okay, this is an activity charts people that visit the store, okay, at the concept of fixed price, okay? If for one day we slice this and it goes to 700 for one day, Apple that never does discount, okay? What happens? The activity spike higher, okay? So the behavior change, people start to spread the voice of the discount, the demand goes to the moon and you have movement, okay? And here, if you try to buy the retracement, you make a lot of money. Why? Because an information changed. But before this information change, maybe you have 1, 2, 3 rejection. Okay, so the regime of the market changed, and the approach that you need to have to the market needs to change, because if you use the same approach in a balanced market and in a trend following market, you will get destroyed. You will get destroyed and you will see inconsistency in your result. Is it clear to you guys? Can you give me one in chat? So the moment you change, okay, the moment you change one information and the regime change, there is Graham that said the most obvious stuff ever said. It's more difficult to know when it's live price action. Of course, Graham, if it was like this, everyone will be a profitable traders. I'm making a simple example to make it simple for your brain to process the concept. Then when it's live market, I made it live in front of the whole world, 2 million people. I made it live for 12 months in the World Trading Cup, 2000 execution. And I can guarantee you, it's not simple. You need a lot of practice. It will take months, years of study. But the concept is this simple. The concept is this simple. Understanding the reading in live market price is the real skill. But this doesn't mean that if we need to explain this in a complex way, we can explain this in an easy way and with practice. Because let me be really clear with everyone here. If you are an opportunity seeker and someone told you that trading can change your life easily, guys, I don't need the money to sell you something to convince you that trading is easy. Okay? I don't need it. I'm always been honest with you and always told you, look, the concept can be made easy, but you need practice. And if you have practice, you have a good probability of becoming a professional. Because the majority of people don't approach this profession in the right way. They approach this profession as an easy and quick way to make money with a small capital. And what you need to do in this case is raise risk. And if you raise risk, probably you don't survive because your risk of ruin goes to the moon. Okay. Practice, guys, it's in live market. Now, on deep charts, you have the possibility to make simulation account and to test. Please take the time to test, guys. Now there are the holidays. Make some backtest about your model for the previous 3 months, 6 months. Take these 3 hours per day where you go through it. Don't try to jump directly in live market. Don't try it. I did it. I did a lot of errors. I lost money. I went to high volatility asset to make money faster. I didn't make money, guys. The moment I start making a lot of money is the moment I start to take this approach seriously. Okay. The slow way is the fast way in trading. So for the backtest, the platform already record everything for you, Josh. So it record the average trade, the average loss, it record the commission cost, it record for you the net profit, the day skew, the size of the loss. We build the platform in a way that already collect everything. Okay. Already collect everything. I don't want to say that it's not recommended, Andreas, because I think some volatility there will be, okay? Just the previous week was amazing. We had a collapse down from the level we called. It was incredible. This volatility, unfortunately, is not every week. Okay, it's not every week. I think we can ask Antonio to add the CSV for the backtesting, so you can download and re-elaborate it. I don't think it's a problem, guys. I don't think it's a problem. Yes, I do a lot of research, but I pay people, guys. I'm not an expert in machine learning. I pay quant that analyze for me what I can do better. Like I have people that work on this. I have Luca, one guy that is specialized in this. Create model to understand what errors I make. When you get professional, you don't see data analysis as an expense. It's an investment, okay? If he can make me a better trader by directing me on the information, it's valuable. I'm an expert in machine learning and I'm also a quant for an asset manager. Amazing, Danny. It's a pleasure to have you here. We got a lot of professional. We got some hedge fund manager in the group. Nice, nice. What do you expect to see at the test of the POC from Friday before going up? I hope, but this is not guaranteed. This is not guaranteed, to be honest. Want to be a better trader and want to invest in machine learning too. Before you need to become a good trader, and so in this way you can improve. I must say your explaining is better than my boss, so I'm better at explaining than an hedge fund manager. Nice, Danny. Nice. It's finished. I did this for all 2025, 2024, and 3 months of 2025. And I was publishing the trade on Instagram. Then I got bored. I got 4 trophies at home. It's enough. We made the full collection. Now I'm only focusing on trading for myself. But I think it could be amazing to do a deep charts cap. What do you think, guys? What do you think about this idea? Could we make a cap for all the students of deep charts, maybe with some lifetime license, some trophy? You get the deep charts trophy at home. We could make. I need to think about this because I think it's possible with the technology that we have to make something. Yeah, I think it will be amazing, guys. We will make something similar. Maybe 2026. I love the confidence. 100% I'm going to win, someone say. Yeah. Some time to learn everything. It could be. 1 year, 3 year license plus, I don't know, speak through the stage of deep charts, trophy, leaderboard. Yeah, I want to make it. I will convince the team to do it. Okay, guys, we spent an amazing hour together. We did the frame for the week of all the analysis, and we prepared the profile. And I wish you everyone to rest, to reload your energy for these coming years. I hope you are enjoying the Deep Charts family, that you enjoyed my bootcamp, that you enjoyed everything we are doing also on YouTube. I will go crazy on YouTube this year. I will make a lot of session and recording. I still need to publish some session that I made that are incredibly fun. And really, from the bottom of my heart, I wish you to spend time with your family and to grow as a trader, and that I contributed in making you a better trader, more reasonable. And a big thanks to all the Deep Charts family that made this possible. And happy holidays, guys.